fall. Say you stand by your man and tell me something I don't understand. You said you love me, and that's a fact, and then you left me. Hello there, Tony Medley once again, and a nice warm welcome. Talking about warm, it's absolutely freezing out there, so it's obviously autumn set in now, so we have to say goodbye to the summer, unfortunately. Anyway, today's project, I've got this nice piece of yew, still sealed on that end. I'm not sure what we're going to make. Probably make a vase or something. What I'm going to do, I've got it marked off in the centre. I don't know where you can see. Marked off either end, and then obviously we'll get it into the lathe, get it around, and then we'll decide what we're going to do with it. Right, all I'm going to do is just centralise it up, and what I did forget to say when I opened the video was, and I always forget for some reason, it's so important, please ensure that you wear breathing apparatus. Now, all I use is an air shield, and I find it absolutely fine. So I've got it in the between two step centres there, and just make sure that it's okay. It's not catching or anything. Another little tighten that up, and if you remember rightly, I'm going to use a rough and gouge, and you're just going to cut above centre and just take it off until you get it nice and round, all the bark off and into the white, or as much as you can, so that you take all the bark off and hopefully into the white. It looks a nice straight piece, so we'll get it going. Okay then, but don't forget about the breathing apparatus. It's so important. I know people who even get a reaction to the skin. I don't, but I wouldn't like to chance it with the breathing, because apparently it will attack your lungs. So we'll get on and get it to round. Right, it's time to do the hollowing out, and a lot of people say I'm cheating here, and I've always said that the best way to do it is what you feel comfortable with. Now I like to drill it down probably about an inch in, then we put an extension on. I'll measure it up so that we'll take that. I've got a 32mm Forstner bit in it, and then obviously we'll use a hollowing tool. A lot of people like to use, or the old hands like to use a ball gouge. I think it's just too much hard work. I'll probably get a lot of criticism for that, but as I keep repeating, it's what you feel comfortable with, and if you feel comfortable with it, you'll do a far better job. So what we'll start to hollow it out. Just take it nice and easy, and make sure you got breathing apparatus on. Well, I've sanded it down, and it must be the best grain I've ever had. I've left it a little bit rustic there, and unfortunately I don't know whether the camera, there's a little crack there, but when I've turned it round, you know, you can see another crack developing there. So normally a lot of people will disagree with me here. I would normally burn that, but the grain is just absolutely superb, and I've said this many a time before, definitely nature at its best. So I'm going to have to persevere with it. There's a bit more to take out, and luckily the trunk of it, or the main part of it, which has been hollowed, hasn't cracked. For some reason it seems to be the bottom of it. So I'm going to fill it in with a bit of super glue, sand it down, and hopefully that will stabilise it, and fingers crossed that it won't do again. But what I have noticed, it is only the outer part, which is this white part, which is cracked. None of the brown, fingers crossed, is cracked. So I think all it was, just this being the white part being a little bit not as strong as this, or a little bit weaker than the brown part. So I'll get on, and I'm just going to put a little layer of super glue in it, and hopefully that will do it. So we'll get on and do that. Normally I would put some wood shavings in there, but because it's like a little hairline crack, it's not going to do any good whatsoever. If it was a big enough crack and I could get some dust into it, then yes I would, but I'm hoping that the super glue itself will just run into it. So hopefully that should do it. There's another one there. And as I just said, it seems to be just the white part, or the outer coating of the yew, which is doing the crack or cracking. So there's none of the brown seems to have done it, apart from that little bit there, but it could be just that's the outer part as well. So there's a lot of people don't mind cracks. It's just personal choice, I think, and definitely I'm one of the. I just cannot abide cracks in it. It doesn't bear well with me. However, you can see it's starting to run. I'll have to just give it a good sanding down. It's just too good to throw away, to be perfectly honest. So there's another little one there, and it's only in this white part, so it can't be as robust or as strong as the dark wood. That's why I always tend to make sure that my wood is bone dry before I turn it. I know if it's going to crack, it will always crack. So it's very rare that I do get cracks in it, and I always leave it at least 12 months before I turn it. So we'll get on and we'll sand it down, and hopefully that should be okay. Well, that's another one done, and I have to say the grain on it is superb. I've tried, as you've seen in the video, I've tried to fill these two cracks in, but it's just the white part of it that it's cracked. It's not, you know, I've filled it in with super glue, so it's not going to go anymore, but that's the only part. Inside, I've made it a little bit thick just in case it was a little bit damp, but I've had my meter on and it is dry enough. So all in all, it'll get some nice flowers in that, and it'll take centre pride on somebody's mantelpiece or dining table. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, because I certainly did. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It's completely free. If you want to make any comments or want me to make anything, so to show you how I would do it. And if you like the video, give me the thumbs up. Anyway, thanks for watching now, and I'll catch up with you on the next video. Bye.